Hey there. I don't think we've met before. I'm Theoryly, a mixed medium and multi-style artist from Australia. As you probably know, because you're the one that clicked on this video, I'm doing ARTFIGHT this year. This is actually my second year, but I joined up pretty late before starting last year, so this is the first time that I'm really putting in preparation. Spoiler alert, at the time of making this video, like a week before the start date, I'm still not fully prepared. Hopefully, by the time the video comes out, I will be. Anyway, what is ARTFIGHT theory? I'm glad maybe 2% of you asked. It's more than likely that most of you already know and are here because you want to see someone else suffering through the prep, or as background noise while you work through your own prep, or even attacks if you're finding this during ARTFIGHT, but I'm gonna hash it out for everyone anyway. ARTFIGHT is an annual gifting game held over the month of July. A portion of it is a competition, but you don't really have to treat it as such. The point of it is to put your OCs, or original characters, up for people to draw while you draw theirs. And no, generative AI is not allowed in any form. Yes! You can select random characters to make essentially fan art of, and submit it in what's called an attack to earn points for whichever team you've chosen. They change every year, and I'll get back to that part in a second. If someone attacks you, it's called a defense, and you can take revenge by making, you guessed it, art of their character in return. If you keep going back and forth with that, you start a revenge chain. At the end of the month, the hosts start to tally up points, and they go through and ensure everything is actually worthy of the points they got, and they, after many weeks, announce the winning team. Last year, I was on Team Crystals, which incidentally won the year. This year, in honour of their 10-year anniversary, there are actually 3 teams: Team Comedy, Team Mystery, and Team Tragedy. Unsurprising to anyone who knows me, I chose Team Tragedy. I love my angst. Sorry. I'm not really sorry. If you want to know more on how ARTFIGHT works, there's a ton of videos relating to that, but I'll also include a little scroll through of my unfinished profile later for anyone curious. Last year, I ended up making 8 attacks and revenges, and I did focus on pixel art because at the time I was learning game development. I still love the whole game development process, but I don't have time for that right now and had to scale it back to learning just code. Though, really, I haven't had the time for even that. At another point, I'm going to be building game asset packs for pixel top-down games, but right now the focus remains on ARTFIGHT. This year, my goals are on developing my comic skills because I'm slowly working on an unreleased comic called Sins of Serpent. It's basically a team of anti-heroes fighting against their corrupted government, which is run by the cartel. There's romance, magic, and team shenanigans, and because of this, all of the characters are going to be up on my ARTFIGHT to challenge this year. So you should totally come get some artistically sanctioned beef. Get it? Cause it's ARTFIGHT and beef is like, you know, you got beef with me, buddy? Yes? No? Well, either way, my attack goal is 15 to 30 pieces between attacks and revenges, technically, this year, but I also hope to make 1 mass attack. What is a mass attack? Controversial is what it is. It's an attack that shows multiple characters in one piece and usually ends up getting more points because of it. A lot of people don't like mass attacks. I think generally it's just a personal opinion thing, really. I'm on the fence about them myself. If it ends up that the characters come out as 2 pixels tall, I don't think it's really worth it, and that it's kind of point farming by that point. But there's also, like, really good mass attacks out there too. So, how am I going to be doing mine? By putting up a hit list specifically for the mass attack, so that people can willingly opt into it themselves instead of me running around and asking like 10 people if they want to be in the attack. I'll probably have a limit so that I'm not trying to add too many characters to the piece, but the current idea I have for it is like a criminal lineup or something, like the police of my comic city, Serpent City, have been hunting or have caught all of the OCs that would go into that piece. That one will be the only big one, hopefully, and I'll probably record the process as much as I can to show how it goes, and I'll be posting it here too if it ends up happening. I don't want to make any big promises because I also have client commissions to work through over the month, and I'm chronically ill, and I have a wife, so I can't be completely shut in to get all of this done. Work-life balance, important to remember. But yeah, in the end, my main goal is just improvement. I don't personally care about the competition aspect as much. Like, yeah, it's nice to be on the winning team, but my aim is just to be better. For me. And especially for my comic. So, now I'm gonna yap a little about my characters, okay? You've been seeing some of them on screen, so it's time to yap about them. Currently, I only have 5 actual character sheets, but I have art of most of them, all but one, even if some of them are a little outdated. I'm hoping by the time that I actually post this, I will have slipped in all of the character sheets together. You will know. I, at this point in time, do not. So, first up, Leon Prince, aka Eclipse. He's the first character and technically is the leading, lady. Leon is the leader of the Serpents, which is what the anti-heroes of the Sins of Serpentverse are called. I haven't entirely decided yet if I want all anti-heroes to be labelled that or if it's just the main team, but for now, we'll keep it to the team. Leon is a lunar witch, which means his powers are moon-based. He lost his parents to corrupt cops and has sworn to improve things in this world, especially for his little brother, Lucas Prince. Lucas also has lunar-related powers, but they're a bit different to his brothers. Lucas goes by Lullaby in the field because he has a lovingly nasty habit of knocking people out, whether it's by his fists, magic, or poisons. He gets his snark from Leon, but is a bit more sassy. No one can decide if he or Leon are the more reckless one. Lucas actually ends up the first to start liking the prime villain, Forced, also known as Glitch. Spoilers, he doesn't stay a villain and he ends up getting his little love story with Leon, but that's a later thing. Forced was one of triplets. Was. He ends up taking it out on everyone, the government for being corrupt and the people for being sheep, uncaring of who he hurts in his pain until Leon gives him a total smackdown. Forced is an absolute unit. And he's like smart, but also not. He's also completely human. No magic, no bionic parts, for now. The person on the team who hates Force the most is Jasper Knox, aka Saint. Jasper is a tech witch. They're best friends with Lucas, and generally they operate as the chair guy, guiding the team through their group comms. He hates Forced because Forced messes up their tech the most, and on their very first dealing with Forced, triggers Jasper into a panic attack. No further spoilers. Leon also has a best friend, Joy. Her name is Nova Montera. Nova is a music witch, and some minor spoilers, her adoptive parents were the previous cartel leaders, and it's now her younger sister, Vanna's position. Nova's mother used to work as a lounge singer at one of the cartel-owned bars, and when she was killed as a result of their criminal activities, they realized they could take Nova in partially because they felt responsible, but mostly because they realized they could use her. She is now incredibly famous, working by day as the most beloved singer in Serpent City, and at night to fight the corruption her sister and parents puppeteer. She hates them, but she's also able to use the money to fund the team, so she takes what she can get. Reina Lay and Angel Rivera, aka Ilios and Discord. This couple are one of my favourites for their sweet protective relationship, and a small hint, they're also poly, and there will be more to that another time. Reina is a fire witch who was raised in a lab. She was not created by them, but they had the specific goal of kind of making strong, powerful witch soldiers, wow, that was totally English, by pushing them, way too far. And though she's small, she has the anger issues and fiery nature to go with her fiery powers. Angel, on the other hand, is more of a himbo type. Angel is an illusion witch, but also is the team mechanic and tattoo artist. How does that work together? She needed something to do with her hands after she started a new life from being trapped in a fight ring for years, and her illusion magic can be embedded into her tattoo artistry, which is how Leon's tattoos tend to move about. The final member of the team is Mr. Sir. Leon and Angel found Mr. Sir when he was around 1 year of age during a patrol, matted up and missing his front left leg. They didn't realize at the time he also had a capacity of being a familiar until later on, when they had all bonded with him on some level. Angel built his arm, it kind of matches hers, and with Leon, they're Mr. Sir's primary carers. He considers them his parents. He loves them too the best, and he struts around HQ like he owns it and antagonizes everyone. And then, dun dun dun, sorry, we have Nova Montera, aka Adika, which is coincidentally apparently the goddess of injustice. Vanna is human and is just evil. Like, straight up. She has no reason to be, she just is. When she was 10, after Nova had been adopted, Vanna got into a bit of a spoilt princess mindset and loved to lord it over Nova. She was also a horse girl and demanded that, "Daddy, I want a pony." Unfortunately, they live in a mansion in a massive suburban city, like cyberpunk dystopia, and a real horse was not a possibility. But you know what was? A bone horse. It's not technically actually a horse at all, other than that it's made of the bones of a horse and magic. So, meet Princess the Bone Horse. She subsists on a diet of meat exclusively, and Vanna does typically provide a lot of very shady meat sources, so it should come as no surprise to you that Princess is a mean, bitey, evil horse that only listens to Vanna. In total, this means for ARTFIGHT this year, I have a grand total of 10 characters. Last year I had 6, I believe. I have taken them down. Only 3 received attacks, but I'm super not bothered about this. Again, ARTFIGHT is a gifting game. You don't have to pull revenges, and you can put in your profile that you're not doing them, but you cannot just, like, be expecting everyone to make you art while you sit back and do nothing. Like, it's an exchange kind of thing. I mean, you know, just because you don't have to make revenges doesn't mean you can just do nothing and join and not actually make any attacks at all. I personally like my ratio to lean more towards, like, making more attacks than receiving them. It is also common courtesy to make sure you go through and thank everyone for the attacks they make on your characters. So if you're participating in ARTFIGHT this year, remember to be kind and courteous to everyone, to not be entitled and demanding, and probably don't go on TikTok too much about it. Last year's drama was just too much, people. Plus, check out the rules properly and ask someone if you have any questions about them. Art theft isn't cool or tolerated, y'all! At this current time of recording, I'm still getting my characters prepped and uploaded and working on building up my profile. So definitely come get some artistically sanctioned beef, or just come say hi. And thank you for tuning in on my first video. If you've made it this far, I would be completely honored if you'd like and hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out as a growing small artist. And maybe drop a paint palette emoji in the comments so I can see you and know you made it to the end. I have a lot of videos planned, and this isn't the end of what I want to post regarding ARTFIGHT. So if there's any content you would like to see, please let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Thank you, and until next time.